Hello everybody. I enjoy the colors and designs of Mexican folk art pottery. This will only be an illusion, it will not be a ceramic piece. I'll be using paper clay for my design. I'm just going to give it a try and see how it goes. Now I'll show you what I did. It's pretty easy. I'm just setting up my work area. I'm using an old picture frame with glass in it. I'm taping the saucer to the dish so I can use it as a form to create my wall art. I'm also using this plastic bread bag to protect my plates, and so my art project will come off easy and not stick to the plates. Time to make some paper clay. I suggest cutting up a lot of paper, because it took a lot of clay to do this project. I had to do a few batches myself. How to make the paper clay. Start by cutting up paper and letting it soak for about 24 hours. Use a blender to chop it up into a pulp. Strain out the water and place it into a container in the fridge until you're ready to use. Now we're going to turn the paper pulp into clay. Start by adding 1 part pulp, 1 part joint compound, 1 part white glue, 1 part white flour, and knead it. Knead it for about 15 minutes until it feels like clay. And if it's a little too sticky, you can add more flour. And keep your hands wet too, because that helps too. Add a little moisture to it. But just knead it, and eventually it'll turn into a clay. And again, I'm going to place this in the container and put it in the fridge until I'm ready to use it. very important to keep smoothing the surface because when it dries, it doesn't dry smooth. So you're constantly sanding it. So the smoother you can try to keep it, the better. Because you want this to look like porcelain when you're done. Yeah, try. I'm putting this decorative ring around it, and you don't have to be too perfect with this because we're still going to be doing a lot of work with this. Right now I'm just removing the excess, leaving those little balls all around it, and we'll be working those balls to get them nice and smooth. You saw me make marks around the perimeter with that plastic cap. That cap I used just to give me an idea where my scallop shapes are going to go. Just for balance. That's all it is. Now I'm making little balls out of this clay and putting those balls on those little marks. Now these balls I'm going to use to make the scallop shapes. And the reason why I did it in ball shapes like that is so I know that every scallop has the same amount of clay in it, so they'll all be about the same size. It's just for, you know, whatever. Now this is very important. I'm adding a thin layer of caulking to help smooth my artwork. Very important to wet your finger when spreading this. The water is your best friend here, so use it. I'll be adding 2 layers and letting each layer dry first before adding the next layer. So remember, use a lot of water on your finger. Wet your finger and keep smoothing it out. It's very important to smooth it out because you can't sand the caulking, so keep it nice and smooth.